um, get amped up a level. So I think just being mentally tough and prepared and having gone through that kind of battle, understanding what the hits are going to be like, is a little bit different. And, you know, like I said, I mean, they're a hot team. They've been playing as good as anybody this last part of the season. So they're a very dangerous team, very dangerous team. Fans have been awesome. You know, we at the end of the day, we're in a huge city of entertainment, and the fact that people would, want to come and spend their hard-earned money when there's so many other places you could be spending it on entertainment that they feel that passionate about the Aces and the product that we put on the floor night in and night out. It's a huge, it's a big deal. It's a big deal, and they've been there every step of the way. They've truly been a great sixth man for us. So we're looking forward to obviously having a packed house this year, year before last, next year. We always want as many people in the building as possible. So, yeah, we're really grateful to have the fans that we have in Vegas.
Yeah, so for those who missed that, or maybe watching this later, the Aces announced today that we've sold out our season ticket allotment for 2025 for next season.
Oh, there you go.
Nikias?
Just listening today.
Any for you, sir?
Yeah, Becky, you guys are the only team that the Fever haven't beaten this year, but still they've had a lot of progress throughout the season. So I'm curious on your perspective on how they've changed or improved how they play throughout the season.
I don't think it's just, you can't, chemistry has gotten better. And at the end of the day, that is one ingredient you can't rush. You can't force that. It has to come naturally. It has to come organically. And so I think now that they're just kind of getting used to how each other plays, what to expect from each other, getting to know their coach's system better, spots that they'll be getting touches and the ball, just a familiarity that I think they've really progressed in. And they're a legit three-headed monster. So you have to play defense against this team. Otherwise, they're just too good offensively. We don't want to get into a situation where we have to outscore them because they really have some unbelievable scores.
You don't have a ton of postseason experience on the roster. Is there any way to simulate that with these mini regular season series, or do you feel like it is an atmosphere thing they have to get when they get there?
Well, I think they've been playing in a pretty good atmosphere the whole year.
Yeah.
So I mean, the big crowds and whatnot. I will say, having experience going into the playoffs, it does help. But they're young in some aspects. They don't know any better when they're young. So they kind of don't understand the pressure or feel the pressure as maybe somebody who's been there and lost, or somebody who's been there and had success even. It's a different kind of weight. It's a different kind of feel. But sometimes your naiveness can be your best friend at times.
Do you have any thoughts about how their tempo could work in that setting where sometimes the game can slow down and those minute details become more important?
Well, I can tell you this, they let a lot more physicality go in the playoffs, which I personally don't really like. I don't think it's fun basketball, but they just do. And it doesn't matter if it's in the NBA, the WNBA, they just let the physicality get amped up a level. So I think just being mentally tough and prepared and having gone through that kind of battle, understanding what the hits are going to be like, is a little bit different. And, like I said, I mean, they're a hot team. They've been playing as good as anybody this last part of the season. So they're a very dangerous team, very dangerous team.
Callie?
Sorry, just one more for me. Obviously, Wednesday's game was all about Asia and her accomplishment, but to me, that seemed like one of Alicia Clark's best games this season. I was wondering if you kind of share that perspective and just what it's been like to watch her over the course of this season compared to last.
I mean, she's been great for us all year. Again, we kind of know what she is. She's, she has a skill set in her own. Everybody was talking about Asia, and Asia, of course, is wonderful, but AC, coming into the sixth man for us last year, and then I've thrown her in and out of starting lineups this year. She's just steady Eddie. I mean, she's like a rudder on a ship. She just moves you in the direction, and just a really great vet and experience, and gives us a lot of versatility. And then you throw Tip Hayes in there, who gives us another gear. Like, our bench was great the other night. I think we got 30 points from our bench, 0 turnovers, which is huge production. coming off the bench for us. So that was a huge factor in the game. But her ability to space the floor, playing small ball four gives Asia, it's a little bit of a pick your poison type of deal. You know, you want to give up an open three to a great shooter, or do you want to fully rotate to Asia and hope that she doesn't shoot it, drive it, or pass it?
Nikias, close us out.
Yeah, I actually did have a quick question. One of the weirder numbers of the year is that the Aces have shot much better from three with Asia off the floor this year, and particularly Jackie and Kelsey have shot better from three with Asia off the floor. Do you attribute that to randomness, or is the offense playing differently? Do you feel like they're being guarded differently in those non-Asia minutes?
I mean, they'll probably get more opportunities. I mean, Asia gets a lot of opportunity. The ball, we want the ball to run through Asia's hands a lot of the time. So I think it's probably just based more on opportunity. And then they also feel probably more freedom to go and get some because they know we need scoring. So when Asia's off the floor, they know they're the ones that have to produce that that type of production. So I wouldn't say it was intentional or unintentional. I just think it's the way it's played out this year.
Gotcha.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thanks a lot, Coach. We will let you go.